Hello, good morning. How are you? I hope this finds you well. Lately, I've been working on myself. I'm on my journey. That's what this whole channel is about. With my reactive reacting. Yeah, right. With my reactive reacting, I mean, I'm doing better. I am, but it's still 0 to 60. You know, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be 0 to 60. I want to be logical. I want to be calm. I want to be able to express myself without having my emotions take over and going from 0 to 60 and just losing my ever loving mind. And then I squirrel out because all the other things that are on my mind come out too. And it's just not fair or healthy for anybody, right? Like, I'm not saying don't release your emotions. I'm not. There's a time and a place, and verbally yelling at a person is not the time or the place. Okay, and you need to yell, right? Go out and just pick a spot somewhere and grab your fist and just yell "fuck" as you squat really loud and squat down to the ground and just really release it. That's absolutely healthy and okay. But to do that to another person is not okay. And I was that person. I would lose my ever loving mind over some, especially drivers. Ugh, right? Road rage, right? It's a thing. It's a thing for me. And I'm trying to stay calmer. Okay, I mean, I allow my feelings to feel. I allow my emotions to be there. Just yesterday, I was speaking with somebody who is questioning and struggling with the way the world turns lately, and it shook me. It shook me because the person that was is struggling is one of my rocks. Like, they're logical, they're level-headed, they're always on point with advice. Like, because they don't allow their to run on their emotions. Like, they have emotions, they cry, they laugh, they feel, but they feel their feelings, and then they breathe, and then they use their logic behind it, and like a rock. Like, this person is a rock in my world, and to see them shaken was really hard for me. And you know, and after sharing at the very end of it all, they said it's like I found this precious thing, and it was so precious. And the people that own this precious thing just kind of left it in the dirt. And they didn't treat it like a precious thing. So I picked this precious thing up, and I loved and cared for it. And I, sorry, it's an emotional subject for me. And I really looked after it, for 10 years, like a long time. And then all of a sudden, the people that own this precious thing come back, and they're like, "That's mine." And I said, I know, I've been looking after and loving and really looking after your precious thing because, well, I've been looking after your precious thing. And in her mind, she's thinking, because you weren't doing a good job. But she didn't say that. You neglected your precious thing. You threw it in the dirt and left it. So I picked it up, and I've been loving it for 10 years. And give me my precious thing and get out of the way, and you're a bad person. And shook their world. Shook their world. They don't know what to do at this point, right? And I said, well, we'll just have to trust in the universe that this precious thing is still being loved and cared for. We have to trust. I mean, it's human nature to want to get in there and make sure, right? Well, it's my nature to make sure that you're doing it right, right? You get in there, and are you doing your job? Like, are you doing this properly? Are you really loving this precious thing? And you know, we need to learn to trust that when we really care about something or is passionate about something and it's out of our control, we must learn to trust the universe knows what's best. You know, I mean, I've heard over my lifetime that we make plans and God laughs. I mean, you know, if you're a believer, I believe in good. I believe in a creator. I believe in the universe. I believe that we're supposed to live one with each other and the planet. That we're not designed to live in the concrete jungle. That we're not designed to live the way we are, you guys. I mean, look around you in this world. A lot of people are angry and bitter, dangerous, because we're not being true to our roots. We're not being true to who we are. We're not being authentic with ourselves. You know, getting up at 5 a.m. to get in a car to drive for 2 hours through horrible traffic, the rat race, to get to a building to bust your ass off and try to earn $1 to make ends meet so you can feed your family while you have somebody above you telling you you're not doing a good enough job, or however your world looks. Doesn't sound right to me at all. Not at all. Now to get up and have a time with your family in the morning, or even with your own self if you're alone, and then to go out and perhaps do a little gardening, go for a walk, do a little hunting, maybe fishing, maybe hunting and gathering, because winter's coming, is what our natural internal being wants to do. But you're forced to go out and breathe all the smog and start your day with a rapid pace of and beating your feet on concrete and not on the grass. And it's just, I don't comprehend it well. I mean, my whole life I always felt like I didn't belong here. And it's not that I don't belong here. I don't want to live in that world. I don't. My inner peace, my inner core, my inner being does not know how to survive in a city, in the concrete jungle, in the dog eat dog world, in the shark after shark. Like, I don't, right? I don't know how to survive out there. I mean, I do survive, but to do it on a healthy, mental, authentic way for my own self, there's no way for all of that to coincide with that rat race. Nothing. No, no, it does not work for me. So, my next thing that I've decided is I have to stop trying to fix it, because it can't be fixed. We're spiraling as a human race out of control, and we're going down fast, you know, and it's not for me to fix. It's not for me to watch that person over there and think, well, I never, you know, that's not my job. And shame on me for doing those things for a while now. A little bit judgy, a little bit condemning, a little bit, well, you know, a little bit better than those, you know. I would never, like, you know, I am working really hard to eliminate that thought process out of my life and just accept people for where they are. Because the person with the precious thing that was taken from them, and the person that took the precious thing, I listened to the whole thing, and I said, you know, maybe in all of that, the one thing, that one piece of truth that was there, well, it might be this, that they felt like, you know, and yeah, I said that in all of the crazy that I hear, that's one thing that rang true with me, was that one little piece about this person. And because they're so full of angst. They have no idea on how to navigate or go about achieving that one piece of truth, right? So they're spiraling and they're running in circles and they're out of control and they're causing damage and hurting people and really making a mess of their own life right now in their, in their panic to achieve this one little thing that I feel was probably the truth in all of this spiralness. um, I can't share more because it's not my story to share, but I can share with you that I'm starting to see, lately, I have been seeing people for their pain. And I see past the pain and I see the person. And I've always been able to see the person. And like, I mean, even in the past marriages or whatever, I'm like, grr, and I'm done. And, a little while later, I'm talking to the person or I'm reconciling or whatever. And my family is like, what the fuck, right? And I'm like, you don't understand. That's not who they are. Like how they're feeling and what they're going through and reacting and spewing and living on emotion is not who they are. Like deep down inside, like if you look past all of that, they're a wonderful, caring, exceptional being. They're a little bit broken. They're a little bit hurt. You know what I mean? Like you can see these things in people. So, I don't know, perhaps I'm asking, no, I'm not asking you anything of you. It's not my place. What I'm on, my part of my walk and my journey, what I'm going to try to do now with my life and what I've been working on for a couple of months now is that's a reminder to go wind the grandfather clock on the wall every Sunday. So don't remember anything. Anyhow, it's another thing, another chat. um, so lately in my journey and in my walk, I'm trying to see people for who they are and not for what they're experiencing or going through or what emotion they're working on, playing on. Not working on or playing on. What emotion they're reacting with. That's the word I want, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I still lose it. Road rage. And then I get on, a whole spiel went through my mind just now. Like, as soon as I said road rage and thought about driving out there, all the horrible things that I think and say to people went through my mind just now. And I do say, and I do, like, I mean, the poor people that are with me when I'm driving, right? They must think that I am the horriblest person on the planet because I'm not kind. I'm not kind. Like if you, I almost started there, right? Well, if you can't, right? No, no, okay. Just because I feel overwhelmed with the amount of traffic out there, and there's a lot. I mean, a lot, like a lot. It shouldn't take me 40 minutes to get across town. And I mean, last year was 30. The year before was 20. The year before was 15. The year before was 10. 5 to 10. And that's all it should be is 5 to 10 minutes to get across town. No, no, no. 40 minutes. 40 minutes to do a 10-minute drive. I just, okay, yeah, and then you have the new people who are a little leery. You have the older people who are really leery. You have the people in between who are like entitled. Like, and I know they're out there. Perhaps I'm even one of those that feel entitled. Like, get out of my way. I'm on my way here, and you're just really bothering me by being there. Okay, so now I give myself more time. It riles me a little when I get to my destination and I have 15-20 minutes before my appointment because that one day when I left early, I happened to get through in 5 minutes, right? You're just like, are you kidding me, universe? Now, lately, all of that, I've been turning around and going, okay, well, I'm going to leave early because otherwise I get really flustered and my anxiety comes up a little bit because I'm worried I'm going to be late. And I happen to understand the concept of the concrete jungle, right? Time is money, and money is time, and my time is valuable. Damn it. Yes, I know. And you're a beautiful fucking flower, too. Ha! Yeah, yeah. No, wait. Delicate fucking flower. It's another person that's very struggling right now, and they're very boisterous and very, you know, those people that walk into a room and they just own the room. Okay, well, this is their presence. That's what they said to me. I'm a delicate fucking flower because life, it can be hard for everybody, and they were struggling, and I laughed so hard when this person did it. I'm a delicate fucking flower, damn it. Right? Yes, you are. I guess that looked pretty ridiculous. I go, it did, but it was also perfect because yes, you are. We all are delicate flowers. Like, think about it. Like, how much care do you give your orchids? Because they're pretty picky, and I mean, any plant, any living plant that you have, how much care and love do you give to that? Like, you're very careful with your house plants, and you make sure you don't overwater, underwater, and all the things, right? So, if that's true, why don't you look after you that way? Are you not a beautiful, delicate fucking flower? Yeah, you are. And you need to start treating yourself like the most rarest flower. And realize that other beings out there are delicate flowers too, and some of them have not been getting the nutrients they need to be strong and colorful, right? You know, they have enough to just survive, and it's hard, right? Just trying to draw that little bit of water up for my own self is hard. So when other things come around, like that root, that weed, or I don't know my analogy, I lost it, right? Yeah. So I try to keep my anxiety down. I try when I have to go out into the concrete jungle. I'm so glad I'm not 30 years younger anymore. Okay? It was hard enough when I was 30 years younger trying to survive out in the dog eat dog cutthroat world, right? You know, like, I need more money, I need a raise, I need a raise, I need a raise. I feel like I said that every fucking day in my life that I worked. I need a raise, I need a raise, I need a raise, right? My last job, I had to commute, and I was going to quit, and they're like, don't quit. And I go, well, you have to give me more money because, like, I drive in from this place to this place. Gas is not cheap. Well, now gas is astronomical, but concrete jungle rules, right? Like, why? Anyway, I don't yeah. And they're like, well, and I'm like, these are my options. Like, I either find work closer to my residence, or I need a raise because what I make pays what I got. I'm finding I'm near the end of the week or the end of the 2 week period. I'm struggling to drive in here because I'm out of gas and I'm out of money. So I need a raise. Wasn't much of one, but it was enough to help me, right? You know, well, we can do this. That'll work. That'll work. That'll cover my fuel to get here. Like, you don't understand. Like, I need a raise. Now, does that sound right to you at all? And this was 30 years ago, you guys, okay? Does that sound right to you? I mean, and I know it's everywhere in the world. And I mean, you might even be one of these people that go, yeah, I totally hear what you're saying. Like, you know, I just paid my rent and bought groceries. I got no food. I got no shoes for my kid to go to school, or I don't have any insurance money, or I don't have gas money, or, you know, it doesn't sound right to me. And yet it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. More, 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 more. Like, 2 weeks ago, I was calling our government officials greeters, right? Greedy leaders. And I do feel that way. I do. But name calling doesn't help the situation. It raises my anxiety and my angst in me. because I know it to be true. Um, there's not a lot I can do about it. I mean, it is what it is. The government is the government. Like we have, and you all know what I'm talking about, right? Like, so try to see each other for who we are, right? We're all people. And some of us have some more angst in us, and rage and anger and disappointment and hurt. We don't know backstories. We don't know why the person is behaving the way they are. What we need to do is see them for people and accept them for people and look past the emotion that they're running on, because that's not who they are. They're running on emotion. And 90% of us, 98% of us, when we run on emotion, we are not thinking logically. We are running on our emotions. We're going with our feelings. And right now I'm hurt, angry, and raging. So nothing logical is coming out of my mouth. All I know is I'm hurt, angry, and raging. And this is why. This particular piece made me angry, and I'm raging over that. Now, that anger, rage, and rant and freaking out is not only affecting me and my own personal angst and raising it and raising it and raising it and making me even more it's also affecting the people around me, right? Like, I don't know if you walked into a room or had somebody come over that's really angry or and they just kind of zap all the good out instantly. They drain you. You see them coming and you're like, oh my gosh, right? And right away you're deflated and just feeling their anger and stuff. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We need to see past that. We need to see why they're hurting or not. We don't have, that's not ours to own. We just need to accept them as people and still love them. Like this person said, that the precious thing was taken from the person that took it. It's so cruel and vicious towards this person. And they just kept saying, I understand. Can I give you a hug? Can I help you with that? And they kept stepping back and going, yeah, oh, uh, sure, right? And not understanding why this person was still being kind and loving towards them, even though they were being so disrespectful and hurtful. And and I just held this person and said, you are pure, you're true, and what you did was right. Please don't question your own integrity ever. Don't do it. Don't believe the lies that they were saying to you, because they're not true, right? You are such a good person that you could actually walk up to this person after all that and hug them and say, and pray for them, right? Universe, look after this person. Whatever prayer it was she said, and the person just sobbed in their arms, right? And then the very next day was all mean and vicious again. And then the person that the preciousness was taken from was like, well, can I help you with that? Like, you're in the middle of doing this. Can I help you with this physical thing? Okay. Now, if we all treated everybody that way, even though we know that what they're saying is hurtful, we have to realize that it's got nothing to do with you. It's not your integrity. It's not yours to own. That's their problem. And to continue on to love and be gracious towards one another. I think if we could all just do that for a little while, I think the world would become a better place. Instead of jumping on board with the, ugh, which I really am working on not doing. And trust me, it's a hard one. It's a really hard struggle to not lose my ever-loving mind and lose my shit and be angry, and to try and just love everybody and see them for who they are. I wish you peace and blessings, and I hope your day is full of grace and love. Don't forget to put you first and foremost always. it helps with navigating through the rest of things if you can be honest and authentic with you and love you for who you are, flaws and all. All right. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend and peace and blessings to each and every one of you again. Take care. Bye for now.